Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Hi, beautiful people. Honest Am here, the creator and writer of the Honestly Sis newsletter, a bi-weekly newsletter geared towards millennials who are truly trying to get their shit together. And y'all, I'm having another week where all my messages are coming in at 30 minutes. And so I'm really trying to challenge myself to do a 15 to 20 minute message. I owe you guys a oracle from the Sacred Rebels. And so I'm just going to start this message off with a message from the universe. And then just go straight to the oracle, hopefully. All right, dear God, guardian angels, and ancestors, I come to you as humbly as I know how to just say thank you. What information do you deem worthy for us to hear at this time? Please deliver these messages to me and through me. Allow no room for doubt and confusion. Give us one card, just one card, God, that you want us to focus on, that'll pair well with your Sacred Rebel message. One card, please. Last shuffle. Last. Okay. And the card that we're going to focus on is You Glow, We Bring Thanks. I feel like this message is very important because God wants you to understand, angel number 120, is that in your pain and suffering, you do absolutely nothing for God. You have nothing to offer him. You're actually just vibrating low. You may as well not be vibrating at all. And so that's why it's so important for you to focus on feeling good. That's why and it's not just about being like, oh, sunshines and roses and acting like things isn't happening. No, you need to acknowledge what's happening because that gives you information on how to move forward. But it's really just realizing that your power as a spiritual being is to really gain control over your vibrational signature and to gain control over the vibration that you're generating to God. And so when you are vibrating low or you're not feeling good, you're not on track. You're not actually, and it's not like, I guess, because I want to say it. Because I want you to understand that your contrast, like feeling bad, angel number 222, is just as important as not feeling good. Like, because you have to know what you don't want in order to know what you do want. But that once you realize what you don't want, if you keep focusing on it, all that's going to do is continuing to magnify that problem. But if you know that what you don't want and you put your focus away from that and you focus on something else, that's how you can beam out a signal to God and the universe to help to come bring the signal through for you. Because when you take your attention off of it and you just focus on, well, I know this is fucked up, but I'm gonna put my attention towards this, and you feeling good or you're feeling, somewhat better. It's like the beam, it's the signal for the universe to come in and give you solution for the other thing, okay? I actually really like that. I never heard that before. And so, even though I said it, I never heard it said like that before. Angel number 312. And so I'm actually going to go right here to our law of attraction and see if we can get some more guidance on what that means. God, what do you mean by you glow, we beam? What are you trying to get us to understand about allowing you to take care of things that are outside of our control? Why is it so important for us to get control of the vibration that we offer the universe? Allow no room for doubt or confusion. Just give us one card to wrap this on up into a beautiful bow. Why is it so important to focus on the solution and not the problem? Why is it so important? Last shuffle, one card, please. All right. I love this. I can make a career living happily ever after is at the bottom card. So that's God letting you know that even if you start off in a career that you don't love, you can always find yourself in a happier place. And it's just about you learning how to deliberately feel better now. Not only does the thought that you are choosing right now attracts the next thought and the next and so on, it provides you the basis of your alignment with your inner being. As you consistently and deliberately think and speak more of what you do want and less of what you do not want. So remember what I was saying, you have a problem going on, you know that this is fucked up, you choose not to focus on it, you choose to put your attention elsewhere, then it says, As you consistently and deliberately think and speak more of what you do want and less of what you do not want, you will find yourself more in alignment with the pure positive essence of your own source. And under those conditions, your life will be extremely pleasing to you. And this goes back to, look, right under this is whatever I desire, I can acquire. This is so funny. A very good career choice would be to gravitate towards those activities and to embrace those desires that harmonize with your core intentions, which are freedom and growth and joy. Make a career of living a happy life rather than trying to find work that will produce enough income that you could then do things that will make you happy. When feeling happy is of paramount importance to you and what you do for a living makes you happy, you have found the best combination of all. And so what God is trying to say for you guys, especially for people who are who's in a position like me, age number 533, where you don't like your job, where you know for a fact in your heart and your soul that this is not where you want to be, but you don't know exactly the steps to get to the end goal. What God is trying to tell you is that instead of every day focusing on the job that you don't love, these people getting on your nerves, your boss, every single day you have to find a way to deliberately feel good. Your environment is not going to change until you change. You have to change on the inside. And that's why I'm going to make sure I do those sleep hypnosis tracks, because that's a good way to help you. Because I know a lot of us are not good at meditation. I know I'm not even fucking good at meditation. And so that's why I do the sleep hypnosis tracks, because it's legit like a cheat code. Like, it really does help you. And I attribute so much of my contentment right now to that. And like, I want to say something to you guys. A couple of weeks ago, I had like a really, really rough patch at work. And like, it was like things was going crazy. And I found myself back on my bathroom floor crying. And I remember thinking to myself, like, I thought I was be honest. I thought that I wasn't going to be back here anymore. Like, I thought I had it together. And God was like, you're learning. This is a process. You're not trying to master everything. It's like you have to give yourself time to get these tools in place. And so I may have cried, I may have, did all this, but I also, that same week that I had a really, really rough week, I still did over 7,000 words for my book. And I was like, damn, like, I really had a horrible week and I still was able to be productive. And to me, even though I'm like, the job is still fucked up, to me, that was a signal to like the growth of me as a person. Because before, I told y'all, I was the type of person that if I had a bad day or if I'm arguing with my boyfriend, age number 731, I'm fucked up. My emotions are done. I can't work. I can't concentrate. I don't want to do anything but cry or like lay down. But I'm learning how to like move beyond that and to really master my emotions. And it really is coming from being in this environment. And so lately I've been realizing like, this situation is not going to be forever. I'm working towards it every single day. I'm putting that effort towards it. And eventually I won't be here. Eventually I'll look up and this will be a memory. This will be like, oh, remember when you used to do that? Like, and because I think about, that's the last thing I'm going to say. I started my career off in public accounting and I was just like so miserable. And I just remember that feeling of feeling lost and feeling like I don't know what to do. I don't know which way to go. I was a first generation graduate, a first gen college graduate. And so I didn't have no hobbies. And then I think about me now and I realize like, nothing that I do is anything related to my job. Is anything related to like the degree I have. But it makes me feel good, and that makes me feel good that I was able to find a life outside of my job. And so like when these people be power tripping, I see it for what it is. I'm like, you ain't shit. Like, and I'm sorry to say it like that, but it's for real. It's like all you have is this little bit of control that you have at this company that nobody even fucking know about. Like, you're insignificant in the grand scheme of things. And when it comes to my life, you're really gonna, so it's like when you think about it, you realize like, one, I'm not trying to hang out with these people. Two, I'm not trying to be at this company all day. And three, I'm working towards something that's going to make me better than, make me better than anything. And so when you have that perspective and when you realize that because you've been doing that work, you can go into environments that you don't necessarily like, that you don't want to do. and you can have a different energy towards it. And also, I feel like people have been approaching me differently. Like people who, and it's not like they've been avoiding me, but I feel like because I'm more confident in who I am as a person, like people just approach me different. Like people who I thought was like really don't fuck with me, like they just be like, "What up, Am? Like what's going?" You know, like they come over and talk to me, and you know we have a different working relationship. And I think that's because they realize like they see who I am, and they like she doesn't. You know, she is bigger than this place. And a lot of people are only tied to their job. And that's why they power trip, because that's all they got. But I realized I have so much more than this, you know? And I actually be feeling sad for them when they be, I'm like, damn, you talking about how you up at 11 o'clock for some job that will literally fire you without a second thought? Like, that's sad. You put so much energy and work into something that will literally, you know, get rid of you without a second thought. Like, that's sad. And so it's like, start looking at stuff from that perspective instead of thinking like, oh, I'm here, you know? Okay, change your mindset. Did I finish? I did finish reading that card. Let's go ahead and wrap this up with the Sacred Rebel. This is our last message. Last message. And I'm glad because I was able to beat my goal, even though I really did not do anything that I planned on doing today, but ain't that how I typically go? All right, God, clarify this message of I can deliberately choose to feel better now. I can make a career living happily ever after. And what I do want to say about this, angel number 11, about this career of living happily ever after, is that, you know, I don't think that I still haven't had those moments of being like, oh, well, maybe I should find a job. I told y'all I have applied for writing jobs, publishing jobs, all types of jobs. But then I realized, like, one thing that my contrast, my job is showing me is that I don't want to work for nobody else. I don't like working for other people. I don't like, it's like, I don't really like that structure. I don't like people telling me what the fuck to do. And so I'm realizing like, okay, so there's no need for me to go look for another corporate job because I already know how these corporate jobs are structured. So there's no need for me to go do that. And so I tell myself, I was listening to Ya Jesse interview with Jamel Hill on Unbothered, and I'll put this down below if you're a writer and you're interested in it. And yeah, Jesse was just talking about like the career and like what it takes to be a writer. And I realized I'm like, this is not, I can't go apply for a job and be like writer in training, you know, like there is no company that's gonna pay me to be a writer in training, no matter what it do, whether I want to write screenplays, whether I want to write, whether I want to write for TV, whether I want to write movie screenplays, whether I want to write a play, whether I want to write a book, I have to produce it and then show people, hey, look, I can do this. Can you please pay me to do this for real? It doesn't work anyway. I can't go apply anywhere to like do that. And so it's like, well, I realized that, no, this is just what it is. It don't matter if I leave this job and go somewhere else. I've still got to write the book. And so why not write the book in an environment I'm familiar with, write an environment I'm comfortable with, write an environment that's flexible and that's conducive to what I'm trying to do. And so when I think about it that way, I'm really in the best position possible. And so that's how you take a situation that's really fucked up, that you don't really want to be in it, and you can look at it and be like, you know what, actually, turns out I'm in the best place that I could be. Because that's the reality. Until my book is done, I'm in the best position that I can be in. Okay? All right, let's go ahead. Do we want to do this? No, I'm not going to take this, but the word wants to be written. So, angel number 1320, I know for me, God has me working on a book. I don't know if God has been putting some books on your mind, songs on your mind. If he has, God says he wants his shit. That's the thing. God don't be just giving you ideas just for you. He wants it. He gave it to you because he wants it birthed into the world. And so that's why I've actually been making sure that when I get certain ideas that makes me really excited, that gets me like, woo, I want to do this, I write it down, because I don't want the spirit guides or whoever the fuck be sending that information out to give it to nobody else. So I'd be like, yes, please, I want it. This is mine. I'm putting my name on it. Don't give my idea to nobody else. So claim it. If you want it, take it. But also realize that if you're going to keep focusing on the problem, then God can't give you a solution. Okay? All right, guys, give us one final message to wrap this one up in a beautiful bow. How can we deliberately choose to feel better now? How can we make a career of living happy ever after? How can we know that whatever we desire we can acquire, and that if we just focus on the solution and not the problem, you will see us through? God, please give us the information that we need to know without any doubt or confusion. Give us one card in a beautiful bow. Ashe. Oh, just one card. Man, that's so crazy. This card was at the bottom and I didn't take it. Angel number 1441. The power of attraction along with releasing allegiances. Some of you guys need to release your allegiance to, who you used to be, what people think you're supposed to be. You don't have to own up to anybody, definitions, expectations, or projections. You are the only person that you need to answer to. But the card that we're going to focus on is... You might not know now, but you will. You might not know now, but you will. That's like an old school song. I don't know. I don't know. This is a song, though. You might not know now, but you will. You may not trust God now. You may not know how it's going to happen now. But if you just deliberately choose to feel better now, if you deliberately choose to focus on the solution and not the problem, you will. Okay? All right, your final message of the day is the power of attraction. The power of attraction. There is such a wonder awaiting you. There are so many beautiful adventures and so much magic yet to be. Can you keep your heart open to what is coming towards you without surrendering your experience of this moment by becoming too future-oriented? You see, there is a magic in this moment too. There is something arising within you out of the depths of your being. In this process, there is a shift in the environmental, both internal and external. A fertility is being stimulated. This is your time to play with that fertility, to conceive, create, and embark upon the process of transformation with an open mind and heart. You may not know where it's all going to lead. All you need to know is that it will be wonderful and exactly perfectly what it is needed. Taking us right back to our message, you may not know now, but you will. Angel number 1633. All you need to know is that it will be wonderful and exactly perfectly what is needed. Beyond that, allow the energy of fertile growth and abundance that now flows so naturally and richly within you and around you to simply be. You are a big soul. With that often comes big dreams. You might worry that you want too much out of life. Perhaps you think you are only capable of small dreams. If you have drawn the oracle of big bold vision as well, then this part of message is highlighted for you. This oracle is guiding you to remember that there are stages of creation. A house cannot be built without the flooring. No matter how beautiful the stained glass windows you plan to install are, the walls need to be up first. Your big life dreams are a work in progress, just like you. If you have been working on healing something within you, started a new project, or just taken a new job or relationship and feel that although you are getting some results, you are being impatient for more, doubt that you can continue or ever find the zone or become proficient in the situation at hand, then this oracle comes as reinforcement. You are doing well. I literally just said this in another message. Okay, I'm not going to cry. Woo! Okay. Thank you, God. Thank you. You are doing well. That which is worthwhile takes time to build. Celebrate each success, even the small ones. You are creating something of worth. Be patient, keep going, and trust. This oracle comes with a special message. You have recently completed a cycle or level of manifestation and are transitioning into the next level of experience. Like a big fish leaving the small pond and feeling rather small fish in a bigger pond, there will be some getting used to it time needed as you find your way. This will add to what you have already done and bring valuable expansion to your realization of your abilities, as well as many new relationships and opportunities to help you go further on your journey. What you are in the process of creating will benefit from this stage of your process. Whether your creation is simply your sacred life path, a particular creative work, or an actual child, there's a positive and constructive energy that is unfolding for you now to boost this process and carry you further along the way. Do you dare to dream and believe in your dream until it manifests? Even if naysayers challenge you? Of course you do, Sacred Rebel. This oracle brings you guidance. You are going to attract whatever you needed to complete your... Amber, do not cry, girl. Oh, don't cry. Why am I getting so emotional? Okay. This oracle brings you guidance. You are going to attract whatever is needed to complete your work in progress and bring it to fruition. Remain open to receive and trust in the unfolding of your life experience. Do not turn away. All of the necessary elements are coming together. Allow this integration to occur so that you can manifest your dreams. Y'all. It's happening. And I'm getting emotional because I know it's happening for me. And if you've been on this journey and you've been doing this thing too, it's happening for you too. It's not a coincidence that this card came out. I literally saw this card at the bottom of the deck. And remember, I was like, am I going to take this? And I said no. And I started to shuffle up. And then this card literally came back out. And so God wants you to know this is the power of attraction. This is why he's trying to get you to understand that when you keep focusing on the problem, he can't get the solution to you. So this is what I want you to do. If all you do from this point on for the next 6 to 7 months, this is all I want you to do for the rest of the year. I'm going to challenge myself as well. Every time you find a problem, every time something is uncomfortable, I want you to deliberately choose to feel better now, to find something, to find anything else to give your attention to. For me, you guys been seeing me going on these trips. That's to take my attention away from where the fuck the blessing is. So I ain't every day like, where's the blessing? Where's the blessing? God, ain't nothing happening. It's to just like stop focusing on it and give myself something else to do. So if you waiting for a blessing and it's not here, it's not because you're not worthy. It's not because God forgot about you. It's probably just because you're focusing on it too much. And so God is telling you to use the power of attraction and take your attention elsewhere. Put your attention elsewhere. You might not know now, but you will. So take your attention elsewhere, focus on feeling good, and watch God deliver these blessings to you. If that is your hope and wish, I want you to put your hand on your heart and repeat after me after I say this. I trust in the cycles of my life, my work, and my own spiritual growth. Through unconditional love, I thrive. I trust in the cycles of my life, my work, and my own spiritual growth. Through unconditional love, I thrive. I trust in the cycles of my life, my work, and my own spiritual growth. Through unconditional love, I thrive. Ashe. Agent number 2232, guys. That is all the messages I have for you. I don't know about you, but that message just really just like calmed my spirit. Just made me feel so, I feel just better. And so I hope that message did the same thing for you. If you made it to the end of this message, you're not subscribed. Please make sure that you subscribe. If you're interested in learning more about Honestly Sis, learning more about me, I did make sure that I did like a little mini pick a card reading on my IG channel. All that information is down below. Until then, I will see you around. You know, dream those dreams. Never let anybody rush you and never let somebody tell you what you cannot do. Namaste. Bye.